Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is F1 2018 Manager Challenge Mode. It's week 45 of the competition. Starting to get pretty late into season number 1. We have an announcement coming soon on possibly 2 resets in development for next year, but in the meantime I had a major upgrade of engine power to the cylinder head that has failed. Second major upgrade in a row to fail, but I do have some points and hopefully it's enough. I think we should be able to get that back up. Yeah, 520. So that'll be ready next week in Singapore. Upgrades complete on the car. You can see our progress is just above Toro Rosso, well above Williams, and McLaren has really pulled away from us as they had a major upgrade that didn't fail like mine. Power unit looking okay. Gearbox looking just fine. And my performances on the season, the AI just not getting the job done. Their best result is France, 16th. So the Paul Ricard race that's it. 16th is all I've managed. So hopefully one of these days we'll get a better result. Could it be this day? We start with Monza.
Welcome to the north of Italy, where today's practice session is about to start for this weekend's Italian Grand Prix. There's an army of Ferrari fans around the circuit today. The Scuderia are hugely passionate about their team. So does that put more pressure on the drivers today with the increased expectation?
Well, it depends on the driver, but to look out from the cockpit and see that sea of red in all the...
Alright, so Monza track acclimatization is up first. We did not get our engine upgrade for this race, which means that is going to that's going to hurt us. Ooh, I didn't take my setup. Dang it. I could do that real quick. Turn to the garage. I haven't started yet. I need my car setup. This is a hard track to do without changing the setup.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
There we go. Alright, we are underway on the fastest track in the F1 calendar. Lost a lot of time there, but not necessarily something that matters as I'm working on track acclimatization. Wow, I didn't want me all the way over there. Good so far, somewhere in between green and purple. Oh, massive oversteer. That means I'm looking at green now. I've already got green. That took away purple from me.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple.
So only get green. I was going to be pretty close anyway on whether I was going to make it or not, but that oversteer coming out of 9, going into 10, that cost me that third chicane. Alright, ERS.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:28.8.
By now, I would expect that you're not new to this series, but if by chance you are, or if you need a refresher, in this challenge mode, I run 3 hot laps in practice. That's all I get. So I get very limited R&D points, and then I do 1 shot qualifying. So everybody runs at once, and it's just 1 lap. And then I simulate the race. So it's very much a management side of it. Less hands-on, less direct impact from me. It's definitely a challenge mode, and it is challenging, this mode. And I tried to turn that down to 1, it didn't work. There we go, now I gotta turn it down. It's a bit of a hard track on the gamepad. That is a lot of them are. Just a little time there, maybe a 1/10 of a second, but should be still okay on the time. As I move into purple, bit of oversteer again. Setup's not perfect for this car, but it's better than the generic one. Oh, hello, hello. There we go. Trying to manage my ERS, and meanwhile the car's trying to go away from me. On high, try to get time back. We are picking that time back up right now. Right back to 0 right as I hit the braking zone. And we should stay in purple here. Come off it. There you go. And that's purple. Good. Not the easiest purple I've had, but comfortably enough. Qualifying pace should be good. Also, if I'm able to do that one, I should be able to get qualifying pace with my 3rd and final hot lap. Good start to the lap here. Yeah, good pace. I'm ahead on time here. Oof, way down on time. I was really slow through there, but I got a good exit. Definitely made up some time. And I'm almost back to level. Thought I had made up more time than that, but I did not. This was better, except for I got a little oversteer there. Now we're starting to finally make up some time here. 1/4 of a second up. I'm gonna barely be green on this. If I can even get that. I'm almost 2/10 down. good through there. I pick up half a second.
Good lap. We've hit our primary target time.
That was good enough to go green. Not good enough to get purple, but at least I got green. We need those R&D points. That's 190. Much better than my last race weekend. That's fastest tonight. And that's all I get. Of course, that was a qualifying program. That was not anybody else running that. Nobody runs that in FP1. Still left 70 points out there, though. It would be nice to get those. Or even another 40 of those. Three points, one race to do it. I'm not going to finish that high. I've never finished higher than 16th. I'm supposed to have easy team goals, and yet I'm achieving none of them. And I've had no practice program goals at all, which is pretty typical.
Qualifying is about to start here at the Autodromo di Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. The teams are about...
Alright, well, let's get to it. Let's see what we're capable of here. What kind of lap time can I put in? Maxed out 347 kilometers per hour. That was much better. So I got a little oversteer coming off that curve. There you go. I'm not well down like I've been other times. After the first chicane. They break in there. Almost got me caught up. Momentarily anyway. And I'm at least back in the same position. Whoa! You see that massive oversteer halfway through the corner? I don't know how I saved that. But by the time I come out of there, I lose at least 2/10. That was the best I've been through the final chicane. I didn't lose any ground that time. It was the second chicane where that oversteer I always do good through there. You can see that I actually gained a little bit.
We're very happy with that position. Well done.
12th. Not bad, not bad. 12th. 12th is okay. Especially when we didn't get the upgrade. With that upgrade, we would have been higher. Leclerc was a little higher, 10th. Exactly 2/10 of a second better than me. And I definitely lost that sector 2 with that oversteer.
Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then,
Stroll 17.
It's goodbye.
Didn't even look at the top. Vettel, Bottas, Hamilton on top. And here's where the magic happens. Magic where I slide backwards. Alright, that should just about do it with Stroll here.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
There we go. We simulate the race.
So then,
what's
it's
it gonna
time
be?
to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
Vettel would
It's a
win,
good
Hamilton
result
second.
for Sebastian Vettel, who
Raikkonen
moves
rounds out the
further
podium.
ahead at the top
Hamilton
of the
started
table.
in
Moving on
P12,
to
so
the
good finish
driver
for
of the day
him.
then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So Leclerc takes a grid penalty, starts 15th instead of 10th, and moves up. Solid finish in 11th, just missing out on the points. Meanwhile, I actually have my career best finish in P15 after getting bumped up as high as 10th. Stroll down last, and he still had a faster time than me. I'm not managing times at all. I'm not consistent on that. Quick look at the standings. Vettel back at 75 points over Hamilton. That's full 3 races with not much to go, so it looks like he's going to be the driver's champion, as well as the constructors, as they're almost 100 points ahead. And the bottom 3, we remain on just Charles Leclerc's 4 points overall for all 6 of us. Penalty free. All right, that's 30. That's rivalry 1. It's not a hard word to say, but apparently it is today. And no team goal, so I end up with a wash. We're at almost 1,000 points. Oh, come on. I win my rivalry and lose reputation with the team. I finish with my career best finish, and I lose reputation because of the team goal. Always nailing me on the team goal. I need an achievable team goal for a change.
You didn't complete the last goal the team set out for you. That's not going to look great on the contract review, so make sure you take these objectives seriously.
Give me one that I can achieve within the constraints of this challenge. Next up is the challenging Singapore.
Alright, listen up everyone. They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful, so let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this.
Charles, you're lead driver. Do you want to spend some points?
Okay.
Do you?
Had the new parts come through from the
No?
factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of
Are you sure?
FP1.
You're thinking about it? You're thinking about it? No. Head down. He's not going to invest his own points. I have to invest points. Alright. Alright. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, Charles. Finish 15th or better. Can be achieved. I just finished 15th in this last race. Come on, I need those points. I need that reputation. Singapore is going to be a difficult one for that. The engine power upgrade is complete. That's huge. That's a lot of power. Qualifying. Overcast. Night race.
I've been in touch with some contacts at Williams, and they think your attitude and results might be a good fit for their team. We can talk to them at our next contract review if you're interested. Let's see what kind of offer they can put on the table.
Hartley's up next. Alright, progress. Oh boy, we didn't gain anything except for on McLaren. Look at that. Everybody moved up except for Ferrari and Red Bull. And then McLaren. Mercedes back on top after really struggling there for a handful of weeks. They've been down most of the season. Renault continue their strong push. Force India and Haas both looking good. I make a big step up, but Toro Rosso and Williams both mimic it. I have no updates, and we'll have to see R&D tree. What's it going to be? Oh man, chassis and aero, where I've had some significant upgrades that I'm going to have to spend most of the season covering now. Powertrain not affected. Okay, well, it looks like most of the rest of the season, I've got 7 weeks to get these covered, and that's going to be our goal here early on, and then I will maybe look to the engine. So we're going to start covering these down. Adapt, upgrade. And adapt upgrade. Alright, so we've got the chassis covered. So it'll be later before we can get the aero covered, and then we'll turn to powertrain the rest of this season. Guess let's get to it.
A very warm welcome to all of you joining us here in Singapore as the clock ticks down towards the green light. Beside me to take you through free practice today is a man with 3 decades of racing experience under his belt. It is, of course, Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us today, Anton. Tell me, where should we be focusing our attention today?
I think we need to be looking across the entire field to see how far these cars are able to push a single set of tyres. While everyone will be trying different setups and running with different fuel loads, if you're attentive enough, you can definitely pick out trends for each type of tyre compound, which will give us a rough idea of how long the drivers are able to stay out there during a stint in the race.
Okay, I know you're eager to get out there, but I'm going to need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero in on an oil leak.
Skip past that so we can get on with our program. Alright, track climatization at Singapore. We do have that engine upgrade, so we're going to have a little bit of power here. This is such a challenging track. So in a car that I've never driven here, in situations that I've never driven in, this is going to be a tough first run here already, just through there. I don't know how difficult it was to get through that. Plus it's daytime and this is a setup made for nighttime. So my target really is to not get reds and just try to get green through here. Oh, come on. Really? I damaged the wing? I was way off the gas. I was slow and I still couldn't make that turn. Yikes. And now the rest of this session is going to be nasty. As corners are going to be difficult. Ooh, almost pulled a Leclerc there. Watched a race in real life during, what was it, FP1. Leclerc bumped that wall and took his wheel out. Oh, come on.
We have to replace that front wing. Box now.
Oh, why did that go red? I was right through the middle of the gate. I wasn't that slow either. And there's red again because the wing is just a mess now. I got green though. I got green. I just messed the wing up and completely missed purple, but I got green.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
Alright, ERS. Let's do this, huh? Car wasn't that bad to drive, but just for some reason that one turn seemed like I was doing just fine on pace. I didn't feel like I was going fast at all. In fact, I felt a little slow, and it still wouldn't turn in. And it was no worse than that. Oh no, no. Hello. Let's restart the session. Oh, not the session. Isn't there a restart program? I was just trying to get things set.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Try that again without missing the very first corner. Hand was off the joystick. I was trying to move to prepare the lap. But see, now I'm not prepared. And only one corner to go. There we go, I got prepared in time. Oh. Very slow through there. Caught back up on time. And almost purple already. Wow, I'm catching up to Raikkonen? Really? Why are you going so slow, buddy? Okay, 1/10 I need to make up here. And that does it. Purple, just barely, on the time. That was good. Solid points. Needed that. That was 90 points right there.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
Want qualifying pace or fuel management? Oof.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 43.8.
We'll try the qualifying pace. I think I can pull it off. Might be looking at green here, but if I'm looking at fuel, I'm going to have similar kind of problems. I haven't had an upgrade to our fuel usage rate. Boy, I've never tried to hit that curb before, but these last couple laps I've hit that curb trying to save a little time, and that was pretty rough. That curb you can hit just fine at high pace. That's not a steep curb. And that curb you can hit, and that curb you can hit, and this curb you can hit, but there's some curbs you can't. I don't like that I'm close behind a Ferrari here. I really shouldn't be this close to Raikkonen again. Up on time now at the moment. Really good time, and yet I'm just barely ahead. And I'm closing in on Raikkonen. I'm starting to pick up some dirty air from him. Oh, come on, Raikkonen! Jeez, I went way to his outside to make the pass, and then he didn't let me pass. He had clearly moved over. Cuts me off. Gotta be kidding me, Iceman. Cold as hell. That was some dirty driving from the Ferrari driver there. Don't you know that you're going to be driving in this car next year?
We're down on our target times. Let's try.
Screw you, Raikkonen. AI. Not the real Raikkonen, but that was nasty. He was holding me up, giving me dirty air, but I was still making the time. And then I go to make the move around him, and he totally cuts me off and puts me into the edge of the wall. I totally had to back off hard and counter steer hard to get out of that. That was ridiculous. I get no points. And the rules are what they are, so I don't even get a chance to redo, even though I was doing just fine for at least a green result on that.
Who are Bottas?
Bottas, fastest.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. It's good to get the reliability issues out of the way in practice, isn't it?
Better but not ideal.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just
No, just
misjudge
Raikkonen put me in
coordinates?
there. Sorry, aero department. Gotta do what I gotta do on
Right,
that one.
well, that's
Otherwise, the reputation for me goes away if I answer the other way. But there was no choice for... It was totally Raikkonen who drove me into the wall, and I avoided contact to brush the wall there. So otherwise, I was totally clean. So I only managed 215 points. Lose a little bit of rep by only finishing 2 programs. th or better. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. No? What do you think? Can I? I'm on a little bit of a bad streak here.
It's time for us to settle down and the drivers below to get fired up. Once again, welcome to Singapore as we get ready for the green light and the start of what should be a fantastic qualifying session. Looking at this field...
It's a gorgeous street course, by the way. Alright, here we go. Okay, start. There's that power deficit, but you could definitely tell I have more power. Ferrari and now Mercedes didn't just pull away. Kept it close. And still close. Oh no. Haven't done that in a while. If you come in, if you brake just a fraction too late there, you instantly go into a slide with the switchback. And that's it. That's last place. No second chance here. No flashbacks. It is what it is. So I broke just that hair too late. And it is literally the... I'm having trouble turning left here. I'm having some damage, more damage than I thought. Well, at least finish with a time, but dead last. Not good qualifying there. And not a good course for that. Ooh, come on, turning left. Very much a problem right now. There we go.
It's a bit disappointing, but
just that hair, just that hair late. I mean, we're talking milliseconds too late there. And that quick
for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three.
Right, left there. The switchback is so fast that if you have a couple miles an hour too much, you just slide. All four wheels just slide. And that's exactly what happened there. So Leclerc manages 11th behind Vettel, Hamilton, Ricciardo on top. I, of course, come in dead last by 11 seconds, and that was entirely down to that. I had a pretty good lap going. So that's going to hurt, but at least I did finish the lap, but it was definitely below expectation. So I didn't crash out, but I might as well have. Bad start to the rivalry with Hartley. Hopefully the car's got enough to move me up a few spots in the grid. Maybe there's some DNFs. There haven't been. There haven't been DNFs like at all this season. Reputation stays the same. Thank you very much. Almost halfway to veteran now.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the...
Do have some R&D points to get some things back.
Here's how things look in the driver's table. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Look at where Roman Grosjean finished compared to where he started.
Ooh.
That's a really strong performance. So
I think
driver
that's a
of the day
first.
has to go to him, I think.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The lead at the top comes
I think
down
every
after a strong weekend from the challenging pack.
pole
There was also a strong
position
showing from the
has won
McLaren
this
team
race.
today, as they make their way up the standings. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Alright, so Hamilton overtakes Vettel for the race win. Ricciardo remains in P3. Verstappen gets up to P4, so good result for Red Bull there. Bottas and Raikkonen down there. Alonso comes from 10th up to 7th. Hulkenberg, Grosjean, and Perez rounding out the points. My teammate Leclerc gets up to 14th. I climb to 18th. Still didn't make it to Brendan Hartley. I only overtook both Williams, so that's actually going to hurt my rivalry a bit, though I didn't have a faster lap than the other guys, actually. So I was faster than Gasly, but not Hartley, which is unusual for those two, but here's what it is. So Vettel's still on top, 68 points now is his lead. Still no change at the bottom, as none of us are scoring points. Ferrari 87 points over the Mercedes. Looks like, again, that Ferrari's going to take the win this year. But that's going to do it for this episode of Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. How many points do I get here? Not much. Not much. Reputation goes up a little. That's good. That's important. Okay, bye for now.